Hello everyone, welcome to our channel today. Sorry that we haven't been updating for quite a few weeks. That's because I was lecturing at University of Johannesburg from last year actually, but our new enrollment is actually started from this year. So as the school started, we become quite busy, and I will try my best to upload as much as I can on the topics on Chinese medicine. So in this video, we're going to discuss a very up-to-date topic, the 2019 novel coronavirus pneumonia in China. So we're actually going to discuss from this matter in China currently. From here, we're going to actually want to discuss the Chinese herbal medicine or Chinese medicine, the development of Chinese medicine, or the function or the responsibility of a Chinese medicine in this kind of crisis. In general, no matter overseas or even in China, because of the influence from the Western culture, many people, many Chinese, they believe that in general, Chinese medicine is not as good as Western medicine. No matter what kind of problem, no matter common diseases, acute or emergency or epidemic diseases. So is that true? That Chinese medicine is only considered as complementary medicine or supplementary medicine, which means Chinese medicine cannot be used as mainstream medicine. It's true. In this video, this should provide us a deeper understanding of Chinese medicine. On the 3rd of February, so it's actually early on the 3rd of February, actually a few days ago, so it's just early this week, 8 patients were discharged from Wuhan Jinyintan Hospital, the designated isolation hospital for the treatment of 2019 novel coronavirus pneumonia in China. These 8 patients were all confirmed to be affected by the new virus, and they were treated with Chinese herbal medicine, or they were treated with Chinese herbal medicine only, or with a combination of Chinese herbal medicine and Western medicine. Among them, 6 were female, 2 were male. 6 of them were in severe condition, and 2 of them were in mild. And also that there another news. On the 5th of February, 214 confirmed cases were treated with 清肺排毒for prescription decoction in 4 pilot provinces, a total effective rate of more than 90%, of which more than 60% patients' symptom and imaging performance improved significantly, and 30% patient symptoms were stable and without aggravation in 3 days course of treatment. So they prevent the patient develop into a more severe condition with the Chinese herbal medicine. In Guangzhou number 8 People's Hospital, 50 patients were diagnosed with mild pneumonia caused by the new virus infection and were treated with prescription of pneumonia number 1 after 1 week of clinical observation. All patients' body temperature returned to normal range. 50% patients' cough symptoms disappeared, and 69.6% fatigue symptoms disappeared, and none of them has developed to severe conditions. So actually, the experts believe that the prescription of pneumonia number 1 can significantly improve the clinical symptoms of pneumonia caused by mild virus infection, 2019 virus infection, and has a tendency to reduce the occurrence of severe pneumonia with the significant clinical value. So as we can see from all these news, just to mention some of the news, because there's many news coming out. Is it true that Chinese medicine cannot be used for this condition? Because for the new virus, according to WHO, they said the treatment for this new virus declared on the 29th of January that there were no drugs specifically used to prevent and treat new virus so far. So from Western medicine, there's no treatment actually. Even in the guidelines where the Chinese government issued, it says the guideline was issued by the National Health Commissions of People's Republic of China, and the TCM treatment was included and introduced in the guidelines. On the contrary, under the guidelines of the Western medicine towards to this virus, this pneumonia, there's no treatment, there's no confirmed effective antiviral treatments at present, and inappropriate use of antibacterial drugs should be avoided. Other treatment measures include bed resting, strengthening support treatment, ensure calories, oxygen support therapy, psychological counseling, strengthening respiratory and circulatory support for severe conditions. So as you can see from these descriptions, no matter from WHO or from the National Health Commission of China, from Western medicine, there's no treatment for this virus. The treatment they provide is mostly actually is like supporting, and this is not the single case we have been suffering. According to there's one book, according to the Annals of Chinese Epidemic Diseases, this was published quite a few years ago. There were at least 321 epidemic diseases, large-scale epidemics in China between the year of 206 BC to 1911 AD, like the Spanish flu and the Black Death, and had caused tens of thousands of deaths in the past. However, not once had China has a severe epidemic with death told in millions due to the efficacy of Chinese medicine. And sadly, Chinese medicine for 100 years, it's just over 100 years, from 1911. The government at that time, before 1911, Chinese medicine independently undertook all epidemic prevention methods, but after 1929, the proposal of no diagnosis and treatment of epidemic diseases by Chinese medicine was passed. So this bill was passed by the government, by the committee, and although it was shelved because of at that time because of many top practitioners against this bill, but the government at that time, the people of China, have never changed their position of restricting and banning Chinese medicine. So after 1929, Chinese medicine have never been to the front line of epidemic diseases. Although after the founding of New China, the People's Republic of China, the situation of Chinese medicine have changed gradually. However, for a long time, the prevention and the treatment of epidemics are mainly the responsibility of Western medicine in the departments and the hospitals which have never included Chinese medicine in this process. There's another case in a few years ago in 2002 and 2003. Most of us, if we have experienced the case, we should still remember SARS, the acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, broke out in 2002. The world recognized Chinese value in the epidemic prevention. According to a notice issued by Wuhan medical team, the head office of this medical team, who in charge of the 2019 coronavirus pneumonia, they issued a notice that included to set up a Chinese medicine expert team. Patients should be treated in accordance with the principle of Chinese medicine and the recommended prescription. They should ensure that Chinese medicine is given to all patients before 12 a.m. on the 4th of February 2020. The dosage used as well as any changes in the patient condition after taking the herbal medicine should be reported to the Health Committee of Chinese Medicine Management before 1700, so 5 p.m. in the afternoon of each day. This is actually a historic event that symbolizes the turning point of the fact that Chinese medicine have been back to the front line of epidemic diseases. Again, back to SARS. According to the data from WHO, the average mortality rate of SARS in 2003 was 11% in the world, 11 to 17% in Hong Kong, 13 to 15% in Singapore, 15 to 19% in Canada, 5 to 13% in China mainland. So, which means the average, the mortality rates in the world is 11%. And for instance, in Hong Kong, 11 to 17%, in Canada, 15 to 19%, but in China mainland, it's 5 to 13%. When we took one city from China separately, Guangzhou is in the south of China, the mortality rate is only 3.6%, making the lowest in the world. This low mortality rate of SARS in Guangzhou city was due to the early intervention of Chinese medicine. The Guangzhou Provincial Health Department attached great importance to Chinese medicine and promptly proposed to add Chinese medicine experts to the anti-SARS provincial medical expert group and add principles of Chinese medicine treatments in the guidelines of SARS treatments. Also, because of this remarkable effect of Chinese medicine in treating SARS, the Hong Kong Hospital Authority invited experts from Guangdong Provincial Hospital, of Chinese medicine to Hong Kong in May 2003 to assist the Hong Kong medical community in treating SARS by combining Chinese medicine and Western medicine. In Beijing, Chinese medicine was initially excluded from SARS treatment because of SARS as an epidemic disease, as we discussed previously. By law, this kind of diseases should be treated by Western medicine, by epidemic diseases hospital, which is in charge by Western medicine only. After several leading Chinese medicine doctors signed a petition to the central government, Chinese medicine doctors were allowed to participate in the treatment of 680 SARS patients admitted to Xiaotangshan Hospital, the isolated hospital for SARS. More than 200 received Chinese medicine treatments with a significant curative effect. So actually after the SARS, until now, as we can see from the recent years, from not even recent, like this decade, from after the New China, from 1949 to now, it's almost just over 70 years. There's not a lot of severe epidemics in China happens. Why we pick these two as an example we discuss here? It's actually because these two are two of the most severe conditions happened in modern China. So when we get the experience from the SARS tumor in 2002 and 2003, almost 17 years ago, the Beijing government issued a notice that all patients diagnosed with 2019 novel coronavirus pneumonia were treated by integrated Chinese medicine and Western medicine. Many patients have been cured and discharged from the hospital. On 27 January, the Henan Provincial Health Committee required to ensure that all confirmed cases were treated with Chinese medicine as early as possible, in a timely manner, and throughout the course of the diseases. In Guangxi province, nearly 80% of 2019 pneumonia cases were involved with Chinese medicine treatments. Currently, all patients were cured. All patients cured were cured by the combination of Chinese medicine and Western medicine. So as we can see from even the recommendation from the guidelines from WHO or from the Chinese Health Committee, the treatment for this kind of diseases, although it is suggested as the combination of Chinese medicine and Western medicine, but the Western medicine have no effective treatment towards this kind of virus. So actually the burden, the responsibility falls on Chinese medicine. The integrated Chinese medicine and Western medicine is actually applying Chinese medicine treatments as a dominant treatment and plays a leading role in this process. The successful experience in history shows that Chinese medicine has protected us from plague, and the 2019 novel coronavirus pneumonia will be no exception. Thank you for watching our video today. For more information, you can visit our website. See you next time.